Jurgen, after all the talk off the pitch, what did you feel about what you saw on it tonight?
Good stuff and lesser good stuff. In the end, Leeds deserved to draw. We had a big chance in the second half. I thought we did really well in the first half. Second half, we didn't play often enough football anymore. Came under pressure. Ali had to make a couple of saves, and then when you defend deeper, then you get too many set pieces. When the goal came from a set piece, all the rest, the boys defended with a big heart and stuff like this. We should have used one or two of our counter-attacking chances. Usually you can finish a game like this, but finish it up, but we didn't. And then you keep it exciting until the end, and today it was then not enough.
Was it one of those where you think we should have put the game beyond Leeds beforehand?
Yeah, of course. We could have scored. We had super situations in the first half, really. In the second half, top counter chances, and didn't use them. That's how it is.
Great work by Trent to set up the goal. How well do you feel he's responded to the challenges that he's faced over the last few weeks?
First of all, it was a brilliant pass from Thiago as well. I liked the first one, and then, yeah, very good, very good. I was not in doubt about that.
We touched on beforehand the T-shirts that the Leeds players were warming up in. In the end, was that an added source of motivation for the players?
No, I just don't think it's right, because they put in our dressing room, and I know everybody knows what is the idea behind. I don't think we deserve that, to be honest, as a team, that people bring us in these kind of situations. I don't like the way, a lot of people are now talking about Liverpool. This football club is a fantastic football club with millions and millions of supporters. They might not like the things what came up now, but in this specific moment, we cannot blame the team for that, because I take the criticism for everything. I take it for if we don't play well, I feel responsible for these kind of things, and the players do the same. But with this, we have nothing to do, to be honest. And now people write articles about what they should do with us as a club, and I mean us as well. When we came here, the supporters were shouting at us. When we had a walk today, people were shouting at us in the city. You all have to be a little bit careful. We are people as well, and we know since yesterday, like you, all about it. And that is an emotional situation, and Gary Neville speaks about "you never walk alone." That at least should already be forbidden, to be honest. So because we have a lot of rights to sing that anthem. It's our anthem and not his anthem, and he doesn't understand it anyway. So I really don't want these kind of things, because it's not fair. I understand all the talks around, and I don't like it as well. But I don't talk about other clubs now like this, and you can be emotional. But I would wish Gary Neville would be in a hot seat somewhere, and not everywhere where the most money is. He was at Man United, but when the most money is there, the Sky where the most money is, and all these kind of things. So don't forget that we have nothing to do with it. We sit in the same situation like you all. We got information, and we have still to play football. And you deal with us already like Martin Semmer said, damn them to hell. Did he write that today? These things are right? Really? That's really not okay, I have to say.
Quite understandably, as you said before the game, you've not had the chance to absorb it properly. You've not had the chance to talk about it properly as yet. You've had a match to play in the meantime. Will there be an opportunity going forward, perhaps for you, to speak to the ownership, at least put your point of view across?
Look, our owners. I worked since 6 years in this club, and they're great people. They're reasonable people. They're serious people. They don't do things just like this. They are not like this. They're really good people, and they will try to explain me the decision. Definitely will I understand it, and I don't know, but it's still not my decision. And it's just about that's how all employees. With all employees, I coach the football team, and I love doing that. And I'm responsible for the relationship maybe between the team and the supporters as well, a little bit. So, and I do that. And if people want to criticize me for the things which don't go right on the pitch, completely fine. But other things, that's not okay. And again, it's not about me. It's about the boys. I'm a grown-up man. It's not about me. I just think everybody should not forget. You have to make a difference there. Huh? So, and all the things we were spoken about, I get that, and you can react emotionally, but at one time you have to start thinking about it again as well.
Jurgen, appreciate your time.
BBC. Jurgen Klopp there, he's referring incidentally to Gary Neville working for an English broadcaster when he references the former Manchester United player there. Eddie, we just talked about managerial courses and man management. I mean, incredibly emotional there, Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, I think he's protecting his players. And that is a very emotive thing. That's very personal. So if you feel you're in control of your players and the guardian of them, and he's then gone out and they've gone for a walk, pre-match walk, which most teams do. Some things have been said to his players, and he wants everyone, the world, to know that it's not their decision. They're representing Liverpool Football Club, but this has nothing to do with him or his players. OK, and what is to do with him is if Liverpool can finish in the top 4 and in the Champions League on the back of tonight, with Chelsea playing and then West Ham. Do you think this is going to go right till the final day of the season, Michael?
I think it probably will, yeah. You've got Leicester and West Ham. They're the 2 teams that everybody's got their eyes on. Chelsea play West Ham very soon. So there's going to be points dropped there. So Liverpool are still in a stalking position, but they have got a relatively good run-in. Yes, they play Manchester United, but they've got some cracking games as well. And as we see here, you'd think at the moment it's going to be 2 out of those 4. And for me, that run-in for Liverpool is the easiest of the group.
So which 2 out of the 4 then? Come on, Michael.
I'm still going... I'm going Liverpool, and I think I'm going to go Chelsea. I think Leicester might just drop out again.
Tim?
I think Leicester stay in it this year because they're buoyed by that result getting to the cup final. I think they've got a real tough game, Tottenham, obviously, and Chelsea, the last 2 games. Well, Man United as well, so... Can I change my mind? I think Liverpool, possibly, and Chelsea, but I think...
So you agree?
Can I change my mind again?
Shall I ask Eddie? I'll come back to you.
I just wonder why you haven't got Tottenham on there. So we're obviously ruling Tottenham out. They're only 5 points adrift.
Do you think Ryan Mason can lead them to 4th then?
Why not?
OK. Eddie, give me a sensible answer. 2 teams
I'm
for the
going
Champions League.
Leicester and Chelsea.
So no Liverpool for you?
Just because of the injuries this season, I think ultimately, again, you look at their team on paper tonight, they're missing some massive players, and I think that will catch up with them.
OK. Have you decided yet?
Come back to me. Listen, I loved Leicester. They dropped out last season. I think they'll beat Tottenham and they'll qualify. OK, I think we got there in the end. Michael, Eddie, Tim, thank you very much indeed. Well, Liverpool leading at half-time. In the end, they only got 1 point. Destiny isn't in their own hands, and Leeds United now unbeaten in 5. From the 4 of us, we'll see you soon.
Patrick, well done. A draw thoroughly deserved in the end, you feel?
Yeah, to be honest, I felt like, I haven't seen it back obviously, but I felt like we should have won. We had the chances and I'm frustrated, to be honest, but a point against Liverpool is a good point nonetheless.
Did you feel at one stage it wouldn't be your night, particularly when you saw that one come back off the crossbar?
Yeah, I did start to question it. I was frustrated as well because I thought Ty should have squared me the ball, but yeah, I'm annoyed with myself that I haven't scored tonight. And that's, I think...
That chance in the first half in particular, perhaps?
Yeah.
The one when you went through?
I took a touch and thought I had time to pick a spot, but when next time I looked out, the keeper was out on me, so it was a good keeping, but should have scored.
Liverpool looked really strong, Patrick, in the first half. How did you see a way back in the second?
I think that we're a fit team, aren't we? I mean, they're obviously very fit as well, but this end of the season, especially this season with 2 seasons pretty much back-to-back, I think everyone's starting to get tired. So we rely on our fitness a lot, and I think it showed in the second half that we definitely came a lot more into the game as it went on.
Obviously, the last 24 hours has been dominated by this talk of the Super League. Have the Leeds players had much chance to absorb it, to discuss it at all?
We've just seen pretty much what everyone else has seen on Twitter and stuff, and it's amazing, just like the things that they're talking about. I can't quite comprehend. I mean, it's amazing the amount of uproar as well that comes into the game when somebody's pockets are being hurt. So it's a shame it's not like that with all the things that go wrong at the minute, with racism and stuff like that. But it's just how it is at the minute.
Good point. At times like this, is it a real distraction to players, something like this?
I don't think so. I think it's something that we talk about, but once you get on the pitch, you're not thinking about what's going on outside the ground and things like that. It's just we're like fans really, and everyone else just can't believe it and talking about it, don't know what's going to happen, and in shock.
Talking about on the pitch, the players did wear these T-shirts, didn't they, in the warm-up?
Yeah.
How important was it to make a point, do you feel?
I think that, from me personally, what I've seen on Twitter and in the news, I haven't seen one football fan who's happy about the decision. And I think football ultimately is because and it's for the fans. So without the fans, every single club would be pretty much nothing. So I think that it's important that we stand our ground and show that football is for the fans and try and keep it that way.
Patrick, appreciate your time.
Cheers, thanks.
What's the first Premier League player we've heard talking on the subject? And Leeds as a club reacted very quickly with the T-shirts and the banners today. So what do you make of Patrick Bamford's comments there?
Yeah, I think, they've only heard it quite quickly. It's very hard to comprehend because the more and more we learn about it, the more and more scenarios you play out. I think everybody's still digesting it, and we're still getting a very much a first reaction to everybody at the moment. And that first reaction is a negative one. And often your first reaction is your gut feel is the right one. So I think that's what we're seeing, as Patrick Bamford says there. I haven't seen one positive thing to be said for it yet, but we must listen to the other side of the story. But no, I think all players, we like what we've got. Yes, we can make it better. Cup competitions, whether it's do away with replays, whether it's whatever you want to do, we can touch around the sides to make it a little bit better. However, what we've got in broad principle has stood the test of time, and it's a very competitive way. It's a very fair way. It gives opportunity for others to burst into the top division and things like that. So I think most people will be very apprehensive in terms of changing something that's not even broken. And
that's interesting, going back to what we were talking about beforehand, representing the other 14 clubs who are in the same division as the chosen 6, the reaction from inside the Leeds dressing room.
Yeah, absolutely. And he talks so well, Patrick, he always has done. It'd be quite similar. I mean, whenever you speak to anyone outside, even within the top 6, the teams, we saw Jurgen at the beginning of the game there, the manager of Liverpool, the champions, he's not happy with the situation. Yes, he doesn't know much about it. And like Michael said, they're going to have to learn a lot more. But you speak to the players at Chelsea, at Tottenham, at Arsenal, whoever's involved within and trying to break away there, they won't be happy with it. Michael mentioned digesting it. See, whenever they digest it, they're going to feel sick. No one wants it. Stop even talking about it. It won't happen.
And I just wonder, Eddie, because there's a lot of times where managers say to me, look, we go on these courses, we go on a pro licence and we get taught. But there are certain scenarios that no course, no licence will prepare you for one. This is one of those, isn't it, from a managerial point of view, trying to keep players concentrated on the game and the matter in hand?
Yeah, very much so. But that's the art of management. You get thrown so many things with very little time usually to think about the consequences or what it means, but you have to react. And that's really the challenge of a manager, being able to react with a cool head, think things through in a matter of seconds, and then give a good argument, a logical response to a tough question in front of either your players or in front of millions of people at home. And I thought Jurgen Klopp and everyone did very well today.